First off, Kyle, you make your return, 10 seconds in, you get a dunk. What did it feel like to get back on the court and to have that moment?
No, I felt great, just being back out there with the guys. Hearing the fans cheer when I came back on too was something special. And then that dunk was all five. He threw me a nice pass. So just felt good to get a bucket the first time I went in. And yeah.
That's kind of a classic Kyle Young play.
Yeah.
We've seen that a lot in the last couple of years. I know you haven't been able to practice a ton. How did you guys know, Jamari, how did you know to look for him in that moment? How did that come together?
Just like you said, he's been doing it for a long time, so I've been playing against him, so I know he could do it. And he told me, like, whenever I'm in the game, just throw it close to the rim. I see him over, so just welcome back, Law.
What did you guys learn about yourselves tonight in game two? Things that maybe you were concerned about after game one. Where do you think you took a step as a team tonight?
I think we still need to take a step with our defense, but we saw some things just with communication that we improved on from last game, just being able to get to whether it was like our coverage or whatever it was, quicker. And we had a lot of guys step up too, so it was nice to just see that. On the defensive end, he's always super tough for us, which is important. So I'd say defense still needs some work, but I think we took a step tonight with our communication specifically.
For Jamari, can you talk about stepping up to hit those two huge threes late in the game, and what took you so long to take your first shot in the game, with those being your first ones?
I just go with the flow of the game. I know coach and the players just be more aggressive offense end, so that's one thing I was looking into coming into. But it's just like the flow of the game. You feel like I was on the side, knock it down.
How good did those feel just for your confidence, in the second game of the season?
I felt good, showing that all that hard work paid off, being in the gym every day, so I felt good.
And can both of you guys talk about just how good E.J. Liddell's been in the first two games of the season? 29 points tonight, that was his career high.
He's been huge for us, offensively and defensively. You see what he can do on the defensive end as well. He saved me tonight with somebody driving by me and he blocked it. So he's been incredible. We need him to continue to play like that for us, and we just enjoy having him out there with us.
I'm curious what Coach had to say. I think you guys were down 14-8 at the first time out, and their guard, who had done pretty well against Xavier the other night, came in and got off to a really hot start, hit 3 threes and everything. Was he just hoping that you guys would put it together again defensively after that? And, I don't know, what were some of the thoughts then and maybe at halftime as well?
I would say just respond. That was our big thing. We knew there's going to be a ground coming to this game. Like you said, they just gave Xavier a good game. Well, they're a good team also, but just respond. Every punch, respond back without blows. So that was big for us. That's all we needed at the beginning of the season like this.
Michi's a guy that seems to be struggling a little bit with his confidence maybe early, but he hit a couple big shots there in the first half too. I don't know, it seems like if you get everybody feeling that same confidence at the same time, the potential seems to be pretty good here.
Yeah, absolutely. We just tell everybody to go out there and be themselves. We know he could knock the shot down. Just go out there and be aggressive, be you. Just go out there and play free like Coach wants us to do. And great things that happen for us as a team.
Hey, Kyle, how are you feeling?
Feel pretty good, yeah. Just felt good to be out there.
What have these last few weeks been like for you, kind of coming back, making your journey back? And I guess, was it a struggle? Especially with all of the injuries that you've gone through in your career here. Was this one different? What was this one like?
Yeah, it's frustrating, anytime you have to miss, and be out. But, I always try to stay positive, especially, having these guys around me and just having good people around you, your family, everything. So I try to stay positive, but, it was just a slow recovery coming back. I just amped stuff up every day with rehab, whatever that was, getting back into practice, doing a little here and there. And then this past week, I kind of started going full go. So been feeling pretty good, and, just got to continue to improve, get my wind back a little bit.
What was that ovation like for you? As you came in the game off the bench, full standing ovation. How did it feel?
Yeah, it felt amazing. That's just, especially coming back for this 5th year, that was a huge reason I came back, for these fans and just for Ohio State. So, seeing that respect right there, it felt pretty good.
Jamari, as a backcourt, what are you guys still learning at this point? I know it's early in the season and you've got different guys. You got some guys that are making, they're freshmen. What are you guys still figuring out as a backcourt right now?
Just like chemistry, that's something that we just been building on. The things that Coach looking for as of us, just watching film with him after every game, after practice, just breaking things down like this. So just being ourselves, really. Each guard in the backcourt with us could hoop. So So we just go out there and play free.
As a guy who's played a lot of college basketball, playing with some guys who have not played a lot of college basketball, what common ground do you need to find so that you guys are on the same page? You talk about chemistry, but what do you mean a little more by that?
Just keep teaching. Like, I know it's gonna be ups and downs with them. They freshmen, so like Meech been here, but he like considered a freshman also. So it's like it's new to them. So just keep teaching. And they willing to learn also. So that's a good thing. They not like hard headed. They willing to learn and go with the flow. So just teach them and just be patient. That's the thing.
I think for either of you, I mean, tonight Malachi got his first start in his collegiate career and only his second game. And Zed said the other night that he's told a lot of people that Malachi's going to shock a lot of people. I think from your vantage points, is Zed right in that sense? Just what do you guys see from Malachi to get a start this early in his college career?
Yeah, 100%. I've been telling people, you know, he's a special kid. You know, especially just getting his first start tonight. You know, he played super well against Akron as well. And I think as the season progresses, he's only going to get better. So, you know, we see that stuff in practice, and it's just got to translate to the game even more than it is. So, we're excited for him, and we're excited for us.
Yeah, and we got to talk with EJ after the game on Tuesday, and he mentioned some of his takeaways after the season opener. And Kyle, for you, given that you've watched the team now 2 games, what are some of the takeaways you have from this Ohio State team going forward? I know we've talked about the backcourt and whatnot. So what are you going to take away going forward to maybe help Ohio State improve?
You know, I just mentioned it earlier, just still focusing on defense, just because, you know, that's been something for us. You know, we weren't ranked too high defensively last year. So in the offseason and up till now, it's something we still focus on. It's something we want to pride ourselves on too. So, you know, the offense will be there, but, you know, we got to start at the defensive end. It'll just translate. So that's the one thing, you know, I think we have to focus on as a team to get better throughout the season.
Jamari, when they have a guy get hot like they did to start the game with Hammond there, and Malachi was on him early and had some issues, as a defender, as someone who prides himself on his defense, what are you trying to do? Like when you see a guy start to get hot like that, how do you try to stop that?
Put me on him. Simple. I got him, coach.
Were you lobbying Coach Holman saying, hey, did you tell him that? Like at huddles, were you saying, hey, let me guard him?
Yeah, and coach a smart coach, so he know that also. Like once we seen he had a hot hand, we made adjustments. What you have to do in the flow of the game, like everything not going to be as game plans were going. They gonna have to make adjustments. So when coach seen that, he made an adjustment.
How did you see him get a little frustrated? Because he was getting his shot early, and then once you started guarding him, you started going over screens, and it looked like he couldn't get open. How do you see your presence in a moment like that affecting somebody?
Just playing hard, giving all of y'all defense in, which is playing team defense. Like I can't go out there and stop one man by myself. It's 5 of us on the court, so just playing that team defense, everybody on the same page.
Jamari, I'm curious. I mean, you being a 5th-year senior, Kyle being a 5th-year senior, I'm curious about coming into a program, seeing what Kyle has meant to Ohio State over the past 4 years, coming back for a 5th year. I mean, what kind of impact do you see, knowing what it's like to be playing basketball for 5 years in college basketball? But I mean, what has he meant to the program? What was your impressions of him coming in? What were your impressions of Kyle coming in and as a fellow 5th-year senior?
A lot. Like that's one reason why I came here to play with him also. So it's like just showing to see that presence that he have on this team and this Ohio State family and chemistry, things like that means a lot. And every day I was asking like, you coming back, you playing this game, just excited and ready for him to play with him. So it's been exciting. I'm glad to have him back for sure.
All right, that's it. All
Can
guys.
I hit Kyle just one quick question? You haven't played a lot of Ohio teams in your time here. Next week you're playing 2 of them, Bowling Green and Xavier.
Yeah.
And Akron just gave you guys a tough game. Just sum up that week. I know you can't talk about them individually, you don't know much, but just your thought playing 2 more next week.
You know, 2 super tough teams. We're going to focus, you know, our attention on Bowling Green on Monday first, and then, you know, we'll switch to Xavier. But like you said, Akron played us tough. You know, any in-state school is going to be super competitive. This is how it is. So, you know, we're looking forward to playing them, and 2 pretty good teams. So.